Now, dear children, continues of chapter number 16, standard 10 in social science. Our next topic is privatization. Privatization means the process in which ownership and management of industrial unit under the state control is handed over or transferred to the private sector. It is called as a privatization. What was the meaning of privatization, dear children? Your privatization, it means the ownership and the management of the industrial unit under the state control is handed over as well as the transfer to the private sector. It is known as a privatization. What happened then? The previous time, all these things under the control of the state, it means all things of control under the government. Now, due to the 1991 policy, now this all the kinds of the control now handed and transferred to the private sector. Now, first they have to given about the method. Firstly, those areas which are reserved for the public sector are open for the private sector. In the previous time, what happened that government reserved some area for the public sector, but now this area are open for the private sector. Second, state keep the ownership of state-owned company under its control and give the charges of the management to the private company, or state keep the management in its own hand and give the ownership to the private company. Now what happened that in the previous time all things owned and controlled by the state government. Now this, due to this privatization, now the all kinds of the management as well as the charges to the given to the private company. Now all the things are under the control of the ownership of the private company. Now they have to given about the advantages of the private sector. First, there is an increase in number of production unit in industrial sector. Now what happened that, dear children, due to the privatization, here the increase in the industrial sector of the production. Second, production has been increased in capital intensive and consumable commodity due to the privatization. Now what happened then? Here the more production was done by the industrial sector and more commodities are produced. And which kind of the commodities are more produced? The commodity which have a great demand in the market and the customer have great demand in the market. This kind of the commodity was produced by the private sector and the more capital investment done by the private sector. Third, working capacity of public sector has improved due to the privatization of public sector enterprise. Now what happened? Whatever the working capacity of the public sector has improved due to the privatization of public sector enterprise. Now some disadvantages of privatization are given. First, economic power is centralized as a result of privatization, because of which evil of monopoly has increased. Now what happened there? In this privatization there was a chances of monopoly. Why? Because here state or government has no more authority to control the private sector. Second, cottage industry have not developed properly due to privatization. Only large industry have been benefited. Now what happened? Due to privatization only large industry have benefited and some kind of the more problem faced by the small scale industry. It means cottage industry, and cottage industry not properly developed. Third one, price have not remained under the control due to the privatization. This hence lead to the problem of price rise. Now what happened there? In privatization, government has no control for increasing in the price rise, and now all the control in the hands of the privatization. That's why the problem of price rise was increasing. Now next one, given about the globalization, and this is the most important question for the board examination, dear children. I repeat the same thing. Globalization is most important question for the board examination. Third one is a globalization, and you know very well globalization, it means वैश्वीकरण. Globalization is the process of connecting one country economy with the world of economy. What was the meaning of globalization? Globalization, it means one kind of the process to connecting one country economy of the world economy, as a result of which flow of goods, services, technology and labor is easily available in the world. Due to globalization, the flow of goods, service, technology and labor is easily available in the world. Now following are the improvement has taken place due to the globalization. First, obstacle of trade between two nations has been removed. Obstacle it means avroth. Now the trade between two nations is very easy. Whatever the obstacle are there due to globalization, this obstacle are removed. Second, such a condition has been created so that capital exchange can easily take place between two nations. Here, the such kind of condition has been created in the World Trade Organization due to WTO. That's why you can easily exchange your capital between any two nations. Third one, obstacle in the way of exchange of technology has been removed. Now what happened there? Now it is very easily that you can exchange your technology, and that's why here this is the easy for each and every industry. Fourth, free exchange of labor may be there among the different nations of the world. Here the free exchange of the labor, it means you can send your labor for training and development into the another nation also. That's why here the free exchange of labor may be among the different nations of the world. Now which are the effect? It means which are the advantages of due to the globalization. First, foreign direct investment is encouraged due to the globalization. What happened then? Your FDI, it means from the outside of the nation. Here the FDI, foreign direct investment, is encouraged due to the globalization. It means the people are investing their money into our nation. Second, goods produced in the developed country can easily be obtained due to the globalization. Now due to globalization, what happened then? From the all over the world, any goods is produced from the developed country are easily obtained or available into our nation due to the globalization. Third one, developing country like India can withstand competition at international level due to globalization. Due to globalization, now what happened that any nation can stand with the world level competition at the international market. So India is also the standing in the world level competition market due to globalization. Now they have to given about the disadvantages of globalization. Expected success has not been attained in finding the solution to the problem of poverty, unemployment due to globalization. Due to globalization, poverty and unemployment problem is not solved, but this kind of the problem was what happened that day by day increasing. Second, development country has not acquired the proper benefit of increase in export which they should have acquired. Here, only developed nation get the more benefit of international market. Here, developing nation cannot given a more proper benefit for increase in export due to the globalization. Why? Because they have a low quality goods product. That's one. Third, large scale industry have acquired more benefit while small scale industry have obtained the less benefit. In globalization, only large scale industry get the more benefit in the international trade market. Here, the small scale industry cannot compete in international trade market, and that's why a small scale industry get the less benefit in the globalization. Now here World Trade Organization is there. World Trade Organization was established on 1st January 1995. Dear children, which date the World Trade Organization was established? In the 1st January 1995, the World Trade Organization was established by the member of the nation of the United Nations. Here the member of the nation of United Nations. The headquarter of located in Geneva in Switzerland. Where is the headquarter of WTO? The WTO headquarter is located in Switzerland, Geneva, and its main objective are as follow. WTO, the main objective are as follow. First objective they have to given about to remove the obstacle of influence of the global trading. Which is the first objective of WTO? To remove the obstacle it means avroth, influence of global trading. It means if any nation face any kind of problem in global trading, then the WTO help to remove any kinds of the obstacle of the global trading. Second, to remove the protection policy given to industry of country for the foreign trade. to remove the protection policy given by the industry of that country. It means you can easily doing the trade in the world market. Third, to coordinate with the global trade policy and economic policy. It means the any nation coordinate with the global trade policy as well as the economic policy. And fourth one, to solve the trade related dispute arising in the world. What happened that here the any kind of the dispute it means the problem happens into the world level for the trade, then this problem was solved by the WTO, World Trade Organization. Next, they have to given about the functions of the WTO, World Trade Organization. First, to set up the required structure for implementation of agreement related to multinational trade and agreement related to it. Now, what happened there? Here the one kind of the structure for implement the agreement related to the multinational trade. It means any industry can doing the multinational trade and this kind of agreement related to it. Second, World Trade Organization play a vital role for debate and negotiate for the multinational trade. Now what happened? If is there any kind of the problem for the World Trade Organization, then what happened that you can debate. It means you can communicate. आप debate कर सकते हो, चर्चा कर सकते हो and negotiate it means वाटाघाटो करना, बातचीत करके you can remove the any kind of the problem for the trading at the multinational level due to the World Trade Organization. Third, WTO encourage the unbiased international trade. Unbiased it means nipaksha. Now WTO try to work with any kind of the discrimination among the any kind of the nation, and you can do the easily doing the international trade at the world level. For different nations follow their own national policy. It observe them and suggest the required improvement. What happened that WTO given also the suggestion for the improvement of any nation policy, and WTO also doing the observation. That's why what happened that this all are the objective as well as the function of the WTO who work for the World Trade Organization for the international